Hey, what's up, fam? I was figuring I'd just sit here, take this time to give you this video about my experiences at CCA. And I'm not gonna lie, like, after my first week of OJI training, I have a newfound respect for the mail couriers that does this job so much, even in the hotness, even in the coldness. Like, they are real warriors that actually deliver the mail. So when I got a package that's running late, they will never ever hear me say where my package, because I know like how much volume the post office push on their mail couriers. They pretty much treat their mail couriers as if they're machines, and it's not for the faint of heart. It's not for everybody, and I've been on my own for a week now, and the training I had was pretty dope. It was cool. The problems that I had is with the speed. Is like, I've been on my own for a week, and I have like a manager that comes to me with auxiliary control. And so what I get is, he said like, this should take you 2 hours. Given, that's fine, that's okay. But if I never took the route before, it's gonna take longer. So I had a 2 hour route, and it took me about 3 hours, three and a quarter, like 3 hours and 15 minutes. Let's sum it up like that. And I called him, I was like, yo, like, I'm zigzagging, I'm a CCA. Let's get that clear. So I'm just an assistant. And I understand that you got to do grunt work, or you got to be enthusiastic about the work you do and giving. Whoever routes your, I'm gonna just say that to say this, whoever routes your stuff will pretty much plan how your day go. It can be a wonderful route, or it could be a disastrous route. And what I was told is that I overthink things. And I tell people like, yo, like, without a plan, you're bound to get lost. So my auxiliary report tells me the route I got and how long it's gonna take. It don't tell me the street breakdowns. Like, you could like, do you start at like, let's use random numbers. You start at 600 X Street, and you got a little dip which might be Y, and then you do the Y, which is a dead end, and you right back around, and you come back, and then you still be on X Street. Like I said, I'm not trying to say like it's a bad job. It's a very rewarding job, because you meet a lot of different people, and the people pretty much, like, even in any hood I go in, I'm pretty much safe, because like I said, they got respect for the mailman. They know the mailman just there to give out the mail and nothing more, nothing less. But how can I put it? Like, if it wasn't for me saying that I'm doing a service for my community, I would not have this job anymore. It would be so much easier just to say, you know what, I quit, because it's hard. But I know, like, people expect the mail. People need mail done. So I feel that, if I make a difference, only because I put it to you like this. If the post office is understaffed, there's going to be a lot more strenuous on their employees, on their regulars. So I feel that even though I'm a CCA and I'm just an assistant and I'm supposed to just be able to bounce around on each route, I do wake up thinking I am making a difference, because I'm putting a little bit less pressure on the career people, and And that's the biggest thing. Like, I'm not trying to take nobody's overtime, nothing like that. I'm really just there to help. That way, because like I said, you know, we all need some help sometime. You know, and I understand, like, some people be like, you know, I like my route. My route is my route, you know, blah, 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 blah. But after a while, you understand, like, it's wear and tear on your body. So my thing is, like, yo, just let me help you. But like I said, if you're going to make the route, plan the route as if you were running. Don't just throw it in there and expect me to just be able to find where I'm going after a week of me being by myself. You know, so I'm not out of my 90 days, but I'm very, how can I put it? I'm very vocal with my supervisor. Like, you know, if he be like, it take 2 hours, I'm like, I'm gonna call you. You know, I'm gonna call you if I'm close to 2 hours. Because like I said, whoever routes your route when you go in the morning and get what you're supposed to take, get your work, they either make you have a wonderful day or you can have a disastrous day. So, like I said, I mean, my thing is, like I said, I mean, if you have a disastrous day, it's going to slow you down. And your supervisor's going to be on you like, what took you so long? You don't want to throw nobody under the bus, but at the same time, you want to say, like, yo, like, this was not the plan. This did not flow like water. This supposed to have ebbs and flow. It's supposed to be wavy. It's not wavy. I'm hitting rocks, getting pushed in different directions. And how can I put it? A CCA is a good job for anybody that's willing to work. Yo, you will work for your money. But given also, it's all in about how organized your station is. If your station is organized and they got everything down to a T, you'll be perfect. Don't have to worry about your speed, because the speed will come. What you want to do is make sure all your packages, your parcels, your certifieds, your DPS, your flats are all going into the right location. My biggest thing is, like I said, my speed, and I had to break it down to my supervisor, like, yo, like, I only been here by myself for a week. So I don't know if you trying to talk to me like somebody that been here for their 90 days. I'm not there yet. And like I said, maybe he see I come in, I look young, you know, I come in, I'm energized. It's just my personality. My personality is it gives off energy continuously. So my thing is, like, just because I'm giving off that vibe, don't change my vibe. Don't think I'm not busting my ass doing what I'm supposed to do. Given I'm 32 years old, and I'm not gonna say I'm like in the best of shape, but I know how to work hard. You know, I know how to like move my body. I know how to like do everything. Given I'm a lefty, I'm flowing this mail out through my right hand. So my right hand is becoming my dominant hand. So, like I said, just talk to your supervisors. Be very vocal, because if you're not vocal, they will put work on you, and before you know it, you'll definitely be overflowed with work. And they'll be like, what took you so long? Don't come at me like that. I'm a very respectful person. Understand, if I'm out there doing my work, I'm working. I have sweat coming down, because like I said, it's hot. The heat doesn't bother me. You know, like I said, I'm a former semi-pro football player, so I'm used to doing 2 a days, you know. But given my thing is, I'm not a tank, I'm not a machine. I'm not going to be able to pull what these people been pulling for, that been here for years. I'm sorry, I just cannot do it. You gotta give me time to adjust. But the overall experience that I got at the post office is a very rewarding job. You know, like I said, you gotta feel like you're doing yourself a service to the communities that you're touching. Everybody get their mail. You know, I barely bring any mail back unless it has an insignificant address. But you gotta be able to, you know, put the best foot forward. You know, I never complain about my feet hurt. My feet don't hurt. I'm flat-footed. I never complain about my feet being hurt. I don't complain about the heat, sweating, none of that. My thing is just organize the mail right, so I can flow too. I can flow just as good as you flow. You know, like I said, at the end of the day, you're supposed to be a team. And the thing about that, if I got somebody working under me their success is built off of my success. We're a team. So if they doing bad, I gotta look at myself like, yo, what can I do to make this easy for you? You know, enough to make this adjustment, because there's a lot of mail. The post office push a lot of mail value. Don't get it twisted. More than UPS, more than FedEx, more than Amazon. Hey, we even do Amazon packages. But giving is a very rewarding job. It just all depends on the station that you go to, and you gotta be vocal to say like, yo, this is what this is. You know, I'm not trying to chuck my work. I'm not trying to push this on somebody else. No, I'll take it. But you gotta be more realistic with the time, because the thing about it, they give you some travel time and they throw 15 minutes of travel time. I live in Baltimore City. I work in a downtown location. Traffic is a bitch. Let me be completely honest with you. I'm gonna keep it a whole buck with you. Traffic is a bitch. We got streets that's closed down. We got the traffic downtown. You got lawyers, you got business people. Like, yo, like, at the end of the day, I'm going to get the mail out. Understand that I'm doing the best that I can. That's all you can do, is do the best you can. And I'm not going to lie and say, in the back of my mind, I'm thinking about maybe I should throw this in the trash. I'm going to just quit. But I'm not a quitter. You feel me? I'm a guy that like to hit goals. But the thing about it, if you set that goal too high and I'm new, I have to bring that bar down a little bit so I can be reachable. Because the more if your station put on you, they will give you more than what you can actually do. So like, and the thing about that is they'll put so much on you that you feel like you ain't doing shit. But let me tell you one thing, as a CCA or anybody looking forward to going to the post office, once you stop that truck, you put your mail in your satchel, and you put that mail in that first address correct, you're making a difference. That's one less house somebody else got to do. So my thing is to keep your chin up. You know, like I said, I'm going through it now. You know, it's light at the end of the tunnel. Like they say, repetition is the mother of skill. So the more you do it, the better off you are. And it doesn't matter how many times people say you overthinking stuff. Without a plan, you'll be lost. So my route, I like to have that shit planned out on my form. Like, this is the streets you got. Bow. So I know where I can park. Because when they don't give you that, you park at your first address, and I load my satchel up, and they might got like 5 or 6 blocks worth of mail. I'll do all that, and I gotta walk back to my truck just to get my parcels, because I don't have a clue where this shit's starting. So my thing is, I load up my satchel, and they say you shouldn't load a satchel shouldn't be no more than 70 pounds. I know I'm pushing 100 pounds on my shoulder, because I'm trying to limit the stops that I gotta come back to my truck. But understand, it's really all in who plans and who routes your stuff out. Like I said, the success of the team is based off the route. So like I said, even though they say I overplan, overthink stuff, you're damn right I do. Everything in life had to have a blueprint. Without a blueprint, you're bound for failure. So for any other CCAs out there right now that's going through what I'm going through, or anybody thinking about coming to the post office, understand that you gotta want this job. You gotta be determined to be successful at this job. You gotta be able to put your best foot forward, and you gotta continuously remind yourself that you're making a difference. Because without you, the post office ain't shit. Without the post office, nobody's getting their mail. People got checks, people got very important stuff. Hell, before I became a post office person, before I became a mail carrier, I was ordering car parts. And when the mail person didn't bring my parts, I used to fuss with them like, yo, why y'all ain't bring my parts? I gotta go down to y'all station to pick up my parts. I shouldn't have to do that. I don't never say that anymore. Because the simple fact that I understand what these mail carriers go through. So understand, it's light at the end of the tunnel. You gotta be headstrong, drink your water, bring your lunch, and get ready to go to work. And for anybody that want to know if I'm a real post office person, I got to cut the light on because it's getting dark in my neighborhood. I just got off of work. I'm a real post office person. I got a badge to prove it. That's my badge. But like I said, it's a learning curve. But I wake up every day knowing that I'm making a difference. And at the end of the day, that's the most rewarding thing possible. Because even though it's hot, you got your people that you giving mail to your customers that ask you like, yo, do you want some water? You know, you out here sweating. I know your job is hard. They know the job. They know what the job takes. And like they say, it's not for everybody. But if you say it's for you and you determined to make it for you, you will be successful. That's all I got to say. Thank you.